Mr. Judin Amodu. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has said it will appeal the court judgment, which ordered that the 2 Nigerians with temporary voter cards should be allowed to vote during the March 18, 2023 governorship and Houses of Assembly elections. Spokesperson for the INEC, Chairman Rotimi Oyekan, who made this known to newsmen, stated that the Commission has been served a copy of the judgment, which ordered it to allow 2 plaintiffs to vote with their temporary voter cards. Justice Obiora Egwatu made the order while delivering judgment on a suit filed by 2 aggrieved Nigerians, Koforola Olusegun and Wilson Allwell, who prayed that they should be allowed to vote with their temporary voter cards as INEC failed to issue them with their permanent voter cards before it closes the process. The court held that there was no portion of both the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act that state that it is only permanent voter cards that could be used to vote. Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has stated that the rescheduled governorship and Houses of Assembly elections by Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from March 11 to 18 will guarantee integrity, credibility, and transparency. It noted that success of the elections will be a step forward in the march to greatness, stability, economic, and visionary leadership in Nigeria. National Chairman of IPAC, Yabagi Sani, who spoke in Abuja, said this time is needed to ensure things are properly done as the destiny of over 200 million Nigerians are at stake. He noted that as a major stakeholder, the Council has always urged the electoral umpire to ensure it starts early preparations and seek more time to ensure it conducts each free, credible, and all-inclusive polls. Sani called on Nigerians to support INEC to discharge their duty that will redefine the destiny of the nation. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke said his administration has released a sum of 1.528 billion naira for bond certificate for retired workers of both state and local government, while a sum of 350 million naira has equally been released as gratuities for retirees of local governments, primary and secondary schools, tertiary institutions, and civil servants. The governor stated this at the presentation of bond certificate to contributory pensioners in the state at the Local Government Service Commission Hall. Governor's Office correspondent Abdurrahim Adeklekun completes the story. Thanks for that. The Operation All Progressives Congress, APC, in Osun State, to learn playing politics by the rules by not scheming to circumvent the will of the people. It warned that such habitual opportunistic tendencies may throw the country into crisis. These are the words of the chairman caretaker committee of the PDP in Osun State, Dr. Akindele Adekunle, in a release alleging that APC has been pressing the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, through petitions aimed at turning the state into a police state. Dr. Adekunle specifically alleged that the National Secretary of the APC of instigating petition to put pressure on the IGP to use police or any security agency to harass innocent members of the public. Osun PDP then warned that the people will resist attempt to intimidate or cow them into submission. Dr. Akindele, however, appealed that the Inspector General of Police to investigate accusation from any quarter who may merely be looking for police accomplice to subvert electoral verdict of Osun people. In another development, Governor Ademola Adeleke has promised to look into the recommendations of the Mineral Resources Committee with a view to cleaning up the environment across the state. The governor disclosed this while receiving the report of the Solid Mineral Committee. Governor's Office correspondent Abraham Adeklekun completes the story.
Receiving the reports, Osun Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke thanked the committee members for devoting their time in the service of the state. Senator Adeleke said the essence of setting up the committee was to set the record straight, saying that government will soon release a white paper based on their recommendations.
Just because you have given your report, submitted your report today, that doesn't mean that we can still call on you for some questions, or we still need you for one thing or the other concerning the solid minerals. And again, so we'll look into it.
Presenting the report to the governor, chairman of the committee, Mr. Olayinka Oyedotun, said the state has lost fortunes from the sharp practices of the operators of the Osun State mining field. According to him, most of the operators failed to carry out reclamation after excavating the resources, while majority of them also failed to remit funds due to the state government.
Osun State hold 75% of the title, but then you still have other titles, private owners. They are not paying their taxes, they are not paying their federal taxes, and a whole lot of things. So what we will ask the miners to do is to pay their employee taxes. However, there is a fee that they are supposed to pay at the beginning of the year.
Other members of the committee, including Professor Lukman Jimada, Barrister Hashim Abioye, said the state has suffered greatly from environmental degradation and that if recommendations by the committee are put to use, the state could be earning up to ₦1 billion monthly in revenues. Responding, the Secretary to the State Government, Alhaji Teslim Igbalayi, said issues of environmental cleaning as well as the cleaning of Osun River is being attended to by Governor Ademola Adeleke's administration. It has been Abdurrahim Adikleku reporting.
Nigeria's crude oil sales rose by 46.41% to push Nigeria's total export to 26.79 trillion naira in 2022. This is as total trade rose by 31.79% from 39.75 trillion naira in 2021 to 52.39 trillion naira in 2022. In 2022, crude oil sales totaled 21.09 trillion naira, a 46.41% increase from 14.41 trillion naira in 2021. In 2022, crude oil accounted for 78.74% of total exports. According to data from the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, total export for 2022 rose by 41.72% from 18.91 trillion naira in 2021 to 26.79 trillion naira in 2022. Import also rose by 22.77% from 20.84 trillion naira in 2021 to 25.59 trillion naira in 2022. Report says in 2022, Nigeria spent 2.63 trillion naira on importing food and live animal, 10.12 trillion naira importing petroleum and other mineral, 1.93 trillion naira on manufactured goods, and 5.93 trillion naira on machinery and transport equipment. Commenting on the growth of foreign trade, the NBS said in the fourth quarter of 2022, Nigeria's total trade stood at 11.72 trillion naira, of which total export stood at 6.36 trillion naira, and total imports amounted to 5.36 trillion naira. And now to sport. Flying Eagles head coach Ladan Bosu has set his sights on clinching third position at the 2023 Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. Nigeria and Tunisia will clash in the third place match at the Cairo International Stadium today. It will be recalled that Flying Eagles lost by a lone goal to the Young Scorpions of Gambia in the semi-final. The Tunisia, on the other hand, were defeated 3-0 by the Corps of Senegal. Bosu, who did not hide his disappointment on the Flying Eagles' defeat to Gambia, charged the team to win the match and put smiles on the faces of football-loving Nigerians. However, the record champions of the tournament have secured qualification to the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Indonesia later this year, alongside the Gambia, Senegal, and Tunisia. Nigeria and Tunisia match will hold this evening and will be live on Osbc. Now, on the foreign scene, Angelina Teny has been dismissed from her position as defense minister. South Sudan President Salva Kiir and his first deputy Riek Machar are expected to meet soon at the State House in the capital, Juba, to discuss recent dismissal of Defense Minister Angelina Teny. Mr. Kiir also swapped the Ministries of Defense and Interior, taking defense to his political party, the Sudan's People Liberation Movement, and the Interior Ministry to Mr. Machar's People Liberation Movement in opposition. The SPLM-10 termed the presidential decree unilaterally and a violation of the revitalized peace, agreed and demanded that Mrs. Teny be reinstated to their position. And that ends the midday news on OSBC this afternoon. Join us later in the evening for the evening news. Good afternoon.